Hello everybody, my name's Ben, it's good to see you all again. Welcome to a video on Novel Wines. We're going to interview our brand new shop manager, Deniz Bayram, so we'll be cracking on with that in just a moment. But before we start, I just want to thank all our customers massively for the last couple of days. We're really struggling, we're down on retail, our restaurants are finding it really difficult, and you guys have come out and supported us massively. We're stocking up with wine, which is fantastic. And we're still here for as long as you need us. We're doing free bath deliveries. We still ship across the UK. We've got no minimum order, and it's only $7.99 for anything under £95. So if you need wine, please support your local. We really appreciate it. On to the interview in the meantime. So it's good to welcome Deniz. Deniz, do you want to introduce yourself to customers at home?
My pleasure, of course. So my name is Deniz. I am a trained chef, first of all, and then I was bitten by the wine bug and became a sommelier and a wine specialist. But I do come from a hospitality background, which is a different color added to the Novel Wines board. So I'm super happy to join Ben and George, and here we are today.
Yeah, and it's great to have another person in the business who's been in hospitality and knows how to pour wine, because I'm still the only one in this business who's never had a job pouring wine. So it's good to have you on board, Deniz. So we're going to try the Don Guarino Malbec vintage while we have a quick chat. Do you want to tell us how you got into wine then? So you were a chef originally.
Of course. So I went to culinary school, and my aspiration was to become a chef, actually. And along the way, during my culinary education and working in restaurants, I discovered that the wine is it's much more fun rather than basically staying in the kitchen and cooking all the time. So it's a fun vocation, fun
and
profession.
You actually get to eat the food, right? If you're on the wine side, you can sit down and eat the food.
Exactly. And you can taste and you can discover different wines, different flavors. It's fascinating. And for that reason, I started working in the wine trade, became a wine specialist, and here I am today.
And what was the wine that caught you? Do you remember what it was? The first wine where you went, actually,
it was actually old world wines, mainly Italian and Spanish wines.
Okay,
that really caught me. I said those were the ones that opened my eyes to what wine can offer.
Amazing. And before the UK, you were in New York?
I was living in Boston, so yes, in the States, in New England, and then moved here to West Country.
Brilliant. And been doing some work in Bristol, meeting some wine bars and all that sort of thing?
Exactly. I've been doing some consultancy work before working with these guys. And finally, I am with them, which I'm super happy with.
Yeah, fantastic. So the Malbec then, this is a different kind of Malbec. This is from Brazil. So exactly. Because we're quite coastal and alto feelers, we've got a lovely cool climate. It's not too warm, and it keeps the alcohol down. So this is only 13%. And it's a really fresh style. So do you want to walk us through the wine, Deniz?
Of course, yeah. I've selected this one because it's one of my favorites lately.
Changes every week, right?
Exactly, because as we try new wines, we discover new ones as well. And it's great value for the money. It's from Brazil. It's from southern tip of the Brazilian peninsula, and it's not too far away from Uruguay as well. So as you go south in the southern hemisphere, it gets cooler. So the grapes grow in a cooler area, and they can get rather than becoming super ripe, they can actually preserve some of their savoriness, and that's what makes this wine super attractive. It's got that fruit as well, but it's not overly ripe and plush. So it gives you some more complexity, which makes the wine super interesting. And it's great value for money. Can't beat it, really.
Yeah, and everyone likes Malbec, right? So something a bit different is always good to have. It's quite plummy cherry fruit for me, but that lovely floral backbone. Really nice kind of floral.
Really fresh acidity, really refreshing. Just calls for food as well, obviously, but you can drink it alone with some nibbles.
So, talking about food, what is your dream wine and food pairing? Can you share it with the people at home?
Oh, I'm a sucker for pudding wines, pairing pudding wines with some savory. So lately, Tokai Tokai Asu, sweet Tokai, with foie gras and very like hard, salty cheeses. I'm a sucker for that salty, sweet pairing, really.
Oh. Sweet wine and a good hard cheese sounds
Exactly.
great.
Yeah.
And also, if you're at home and you're looking for something to cook and wines to pair with it, just get in touch. Now we've got a sommelier on the board. He'll be able to recommend the perfect food and wine pairings for you. So if you're baking a treat or you're coming out with a lovely tasting course dinner for if you're in self-isolation, we can send you some wines to go with it. So, cheers to Deniz for joining. Good to have him on board, and we'll be keeping you up to date with videos like this, posts. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all the other ones as well. And stay in touch, stay safe. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
See you next time.